I've known. Oh, pull me up by the roots we've grown. Oh, the things you've said keep me in my head. Wish that I could step into yours instead. You're so close, but I'm on my own, 'cause I just don't know where you go. Call me in, you take my hand. Oh, baby, I just don't know that you understand. Oh, the things you said keep me in my head. Wish that I could step into yours instead. You're so close, but I'm on my own, 'cause I just don't know where you go. I can't breathe when you're not there. You're not there. You're not. I can't sleep. It's a nightmare. A nightmare. I can't breathe when you're not there. You're not there. You're not. My head goes numb. My heart beats fast when it feels like that.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another unofficial H3 waiting room. I was having some issues with the internet this morning. It seems like everything's working now. Fingers crossed, knocking on wood, that nothing craps out. I think we're okay. Thanks to everybody that stopped in. You know, we're here today. We're here. We're gonna be doing what we always do. Nothing too major that's been going on. You know, we were here yesterday. So what we have to talk about is a couple things on the Reddit, just a few, not a whole lot. And then we're going to look at some more cruise stories, kind of have more of a chill day. You know, yesterday was Labor Day. We can kind of go into what we have for today. But yeah, let's just get into it, I guess. There was one post. There was only a couple posts on the Reddit that I found interesting. And here, just sorry, I'm closing a few things that I had open on the side. There we go. But this is probably the best. This is probably the best, most accurate Dan lookalike that I've ever seen. So people are saying Dan's side hustle, and I have to say, I believe it is.
I mean, the fans might not be able to see shit, but Bryce, at least the official in charge of the action, can
It's
see
not just the appearance, it's the mannerisms.
the competitors involved.
Immediate loading screen or just me? Oh, I think YouTube's having some issues too. On my end, it says that things are working. When I first started the stream, there were a few dropped frames, but I haven't had anything happen since then. So let me know if you guys are having more issues. But I think YouTube is all... I'm having internet issues, and then YouTube is having issues too. So it's a perfect wave, perfect storm, whatever the term is. I don't care. I don't want it to be. He moves 100% like Dan. I'm telling you.
You can see the competitors involved.
Something's gonna give. One of these guys gonna topple over.
Oh, it's Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan.
Oh man, Stan laid him out right there. Man coming back.
Just followed them into the balcony.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
No. Oh!
Fuck.
Out of the balcony, dangerous!
That's about a 30-foot fall.
Took a cheap shot on Remsburg, attacking the referee. What a low blow! Oh, through the table!
That part's actually a little confusing.
Oh, through the table! Top of the ring! 2 and
I'm very confused as to how they did that part. I don't know. How did they do it? Because it's actually real. Wrestling's real, didn't you know? Haven't you seen what Raja Jackson did? It's all real.
What a low blow. Oh! Through the table!
Honestly, the ref sells it so good.
Covering! 2 and 3! He got him!
He'd really have you thinking there's two dudes in there trying to kill each other. But yeah, I might have to look into this. This is a wrestling... Oh no, this is just the account that posted it. Wrestling Pelomundo. But I don't know what event this is. They're speaking English, the commentators are. And then this, I saw this, and this honestly had me cracking up for a few minutes. New Hasan soundbite. I just need to play it. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Why do people keep saying Superman Hasan Superhero W? I keep seeing that in the chat.
Maybe it's because of your thing.
Why do people keep saying Superman Hasan Superhero W? Why do people keep saying I look so handsome? People keep saying my muscles look so defined. What's going on in chat?
Why do people keep saying Superman Hasan Superhero W? I keep seeing that in the chat.
Maybe it's because of your thing.
What?
Because it looks like you're like have a little cape tied around you. I have no idea.
I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't know where it's coming from. Why is everyone saying Superman Hasan Superhero W? I can't even get through it. Just that sentence is so crazy. If he would have just said, why is everyone saying Superhero W? Or why is everyone saying Superman Hasan? Then maybe I'd be like, okay, he's actually just confused as to why people are saying stuff in chat. But he just kept going. Why is everybody saying Superman Hasan Superhero W? You're awesome. I love you. You're the best. You saved the world. You're actually the best freedom fighter on earth. What's going on in chat right now? Why is chat telling me that I'm so sexy right now? What's going on? Can we stop for a second and talk about how everybody likes me so much? Can we just, for a second, acknowledge how much everybody loves me? One more time.
Why do people keep saying Superman Hasan Superhero W? I keep seeing that in...
I think it's part of it is his delivery sounds so dopey. Why is everybody saying Superman Hasan Superhero W? He just there's something about the way he says it too.
Why do people keep saying Superman Hasan Superhero W? I keep seeing that in the chat.
Maybe it's because of your thing.
Maybe it's because of your thing. Gotta keep it straight.
What?
Because it looks like you're like have a little cape tied around you. I have no idea.
I don't know.
It's because they think you look like Superman, bro. They think you're about to save the world. Oh, I'll play it as many times as I need to. That's such a funny clip. It's just a mouthful. And one more time.
Where it's coming from.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Why do people keep saying Superman Hasan Superhero W?
I know it probably seems like I'm fake laughing at it, but I know it's not that funny, but it's just something about it. Something about it really fucking gets me. Why is everybody saying Superman Hasan Superhero W? It's the capes. No capes. You don't want to get caught in the jet engine. We've all seen The Incredibles. Why is chat saying I'm double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon? I don't get it. I keep seeing it. Hasan calls himself and Bad Empanada failures. He also tells his mods to ban any mention of Bad Empanada going forward and says to purge his fans from the community. This is hilarious because this just proves that Bad Empanada. Sorry, I hate to use this type. It's just this type of vernacular. Bad Empanada was Hasan's little bitch. He was his little his attack dog that he sent out to go do his dirty work, use his fucking fans to, brigade and see disinformation, but and now it's kind of like flipped on him a little bit. You know, Bad Empanada isn't. You know, he talks shit on both ends. You know, he won't hold his tongue. But now Hasan's throwing him to the curb. So let's check it out. Why is everybody saying Superman, Cap, and Quasar Superhero W? Why is everybody saying this in chat? Well, I think everybody, including Hasan, knew that he shouldn't associate with Bad Empanada. It genuinely is like... It was like he's opportunistic, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that it benefited him in the moment, but now that it's starting to, like, you know, become more of an issue than than it is beneficial to him, then of course he's going to just kind of sever ties and act as though, he'll act as though he's always disagreed with him, and obviously there were just things that we agreed on in the moment. What? There was just a couple topics that we kind of aligned on. I don't see what the issue is. Why do people keep calling me Burger Man Quasar, Super Burger W?
Entryism is not the way. He does entryism, that is a dead end. You're right. Why is Grant Plattner running for Senate instead of just sitting around in my Twitch chat talking about how everyone is actually bad and wrong? I think we're banning all mentions of Bad Empanada going forward, by the way. We're banning mods. We should ban all mentions of Bad Empanada, and we should purge the community of all the fucking Bad Empanada enjoyers. No, it's done. I don't give a shit, okay? I don't care. Go watch him then, okay? He has sound critique and sound analysis. Go watch him, please. Why? Because his fucking loyalists are so unimaginably annoying. And it's really fucking annoying. Not even because it's like, oh,
Reddit
he's
sucks.
saying something truthful, and that's actually undermining, my liberal perspective or anything. It's annoying because it reminds me of how much of a fucking failure I am and how much of a fucking failure he is, because it shows me that people only listen to whatever, like, figure that they have parasocially invested themselves into, rather than, going on their own journey of learning and developing their own opinions. It's just another version of what the fuck I get mad about with respect to, like, people who love molestiny. Obviously, with Bad Empanada, we are aligned on the ultimate goals, I think. Okay? But it's so fucking dumb and childish to come in here and be like, wow, he said this. I don't care.
Yeah, purge the community. He was promoting him for months. They basically share a lot of the same community. That's what, like, the part I don't understand, because it really isn't hard to kind of just say from the start. But then, see, it's a difficult conversation because sorry, but I'm thinking about it like this. He's obviously aligned himself with Bad Empanada based on their views on Israel-Palestine. But he's always said that Bad Empanada was this deranged lunatic, yada, 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 A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, everything. And so you would think that, at least from the start, Hasan wouldn't speak so, like, loosely when it comes to promoting Bad Empanada, but he did. Like, he just from the start was like, he's a little crazy, but he's got some good opinions, go check it out. And it's like, of course people, when he's not acting deranged, are just going to then take it with, like, more credence than they should. And so, I don't know, it's like it seems like it seems strategic on some level. It doesn't seem like he was doing it haphazardly. He clearly didn't want to, like, discredit Bad Empanada in these in the promotion. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't want to discredit him while promoting these specific topics, because then it would undermine the, promoting him at all. Which it should, because obviously Bad Empanada is a bad actor. And now the online left is divided into 4 sectors. We've almost done it. We've almost divided enough to where it'll all make sense. If we keep dividing, eventually we'll beat the right. It'll work.
He is an irrelevant figure. He's even more irrelevant than I am.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Ethan. Welcome in.
And I'm an irrelevant figure in the grand scheme of things as well. You guys have propped us up, myself and Bad Empanada and whoever the fuck you watch and listen to, as though we are these like these beacons, these political revolutionaries or whatever. Okay? It's not the case. It's not the case at all. Accelerated fascist administration. He's also openly communicating that what Israel is doing with our support is a genocide.
Oh.
So he absolutely...
Hasan, you need to go to the fucking... You need to go get them dyes out, bro. Getting a little grays in there. They're showing. They're showing. Honestly, I think going gray looks distinguished. And maybe I'm just saying that because on both sides of my family, like, I've seen my grandparents have white hair. But, look at, we see it. We see you, Hasan.
Passes that. He absolutely...
It honestly looks so much weirder to have this just like little patch. Because like... I mean, I guess I'm assuming he dyes his hair. Has he talked about dyeing his hair? I feel like it always looks slightly darker. Like it looks like it never looks the same shade. So that's what I'm going off of. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just making the assumption that he should be more gray than he is.
Passes that bare minimum standard. These are my metrics. You might have different ones. And that's okay. But the thing I won't allow you to do is come in here and just fucking chirp because you watched a fucking YouTuber. And you're just trying to relitigate his anger in here because it makes me feel like you don't have any fucking stake in this at all. And for you, praxis or political action and political engagement is simply yelling in a fucking Twitch chat. And that's morally repugnant. Okay? It's disgusting. Go build the fucking Vanguard on your own, on the countryside. That's it. It's so fucking sad.
It really is funny how often Hasan will like mock somebody's like the end goal without promoting an actual like end goal. You know what I mean? Like he'll kind of mock different political ideologies and like outlooks to diminish them, but then won't actually say what the point of his like perspective is and what he's trying to build towards. It's always just kind of nebulous and vague.
Like you're no different than
I won't allow you to come in here and chirp because you watched a YouTuber. Oh, you mean like what your community does to everyone else? Yeah, basically. I mean, it's very much a he's like, my echo chamber isn't echoey enough.
DGGers, just so you know. Just because you're doing it at the behest of what you assume is like creating a Marxist-Leninist vanguard or something, or exhibiting revolutionary class politics in your mind, doesn't change the dynamic at all. You are literally doing the exact same thing. You are simply wearing politics as a sleeve to advance drama. It's fucking idiotic. It's childish. It's parasocial. It fucking disgusts me.
The irony in a lot of these statements are, you know, it's almost as dense as he is.
That's it. Yeah, you're just doing drama, but Marxist style, I guess.
But yeah, that's it. Nothing major, you know. But now they've seemed to fracture more. First it was Ethan and Destiny, and now Hasan and Bad Empanada breakup. What's happening? Can't we all just be friends? They should all start a podcast together, the four of them. Hasan, Ethan, Destiny, and Bad Empanada. That would be the greatest podcast of all time. Oh, God. What do we think that would look like? I can turn this back down now. But now, we get into the stories. The crew tells their most cringe stories. I think we've heard this first story up to a point, but then we didn't get through the rest, so I'm just going to start it again from the beginning. Because we're almost out. I'm going to need to go through the episodes myself and actually find more clips of story times, because we're almost out, I think. We have this one, which is the crew names one thing they each hate. But we've been through most of their... I think we have this, and then they have roommate stories I don't think we've looked at. But we've looked at like a lot of the stuff they've done. Come on, guys. We need to hear more stories from the past. Ethan looks so goofy here. He looks jolly. Get it right. But yes, let's get into it.
You guys want to do this embarrassing story thing? Because I have like 3, and one just came to me.
Okay.
So we're going to do a story time right now where we're all going to share our cringe moments.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to go first because something just occurred to me about when I was in high school, and I was super self-conscious about my look, like utterly just, I would look in the mirror and I would like ruin my day. I would look at a photo of myself and it would just ruin my day. Like it was so bad.
Mm.
And I just stopped looking at photos of myself and looking in the mirror, which was great, you know. But anyway, I was so upset, I would start plucking my eyebrows. And, you know, there's like
I do. Here, we'll actually skip this first story because I do remember we've done these pretty recently. So do you remember about Ethan's eyebrow story? I actually let someone thread my eyebrows once, and it didn't look terrible, but it didn't feel good at all. I'll let it play. Why not? Why not? We're here for the stories, aren't we? Maybe it'll rattle my memory, and I'll have something even greater to tell.
Bit in the middle that I don't pluck anymore, but I start there. You take it too far, right? You know what I mean? You pluck in the middle, and then the top, you know, and then the side, and then all of a sudden, you're obviously going for a natural look, but then all of a sudden you got these little pencil thin eyebrows,
Right.
and it just looks mangled and like just horrible.
Yeah.
So every day I'm going deeper and deeper, and not realizing how like horrible I'm looking.
Oh wow.
And it happened one time. I was at dinner with my whole family, and it was my brother-in-law who said this of all people. I don't know why he was the one, but I'm grateful. And he goes, "Yo, Ethan," and I didn't even think anybody knew that I was plucking my eyebrows because I found it embarrassing. I was like humiliated by it for some reason.
It's not like it was terrible. The threading, it wasn't like I cried or anything, but I genuinely wasn't expecting it to hurt as much as it did. I don't know. Maybe I just have a weird kind of pain threshold because I guess it's not as bad as plucking. Plucking just takes longer, so it's like it hurts more. Because I don't know why, girls in high school always ask guys with bushy eyebrows, "Can I pluck your eyebrows?" And it's like, I think after the threading, I let someone pluck my eyebrows once, and then I was like, never doing that again. And then someone said something about threading, and I was like, let's see. And then they did that, and I went, ooh, never doing that again. But, you know. Never done threading. Waxing doesn't hurt, though. I mean, I would assume, or I guess I don't know. My friends we did a video once of my friends waxing different parts of their body. They were doing I think we called it waxing roulette, where they just pulled things out of a hat, and there was like armpit, chest, back, stuff like that, and they just did single strips. Sorry, I was talking off to the side for a second. That's why it was muted. I should have just played the video.
And he's like, Ethan, you're going too crazy with the eyebrows, dude. You got to stop. He just said that to me in front of the whole family, and I don't know why my dumb prepubescent brain, it was like, oh my God. They know. Everybody knows. Not them. Everybody knows. I've been going to school like this for like a month. Everybody knows that I'm massacring my eyebrows.
Sheesh.
It was a moment of...
I will say that I've always had the issue of growing unibrow. And so from a young age, after I started shaving, you'd hit a little... just once, just a little swipe there, just to make sure it's cleared. But you're always risking just widening that space between your eyebrows and just creating a huge gap there. AB collapsing behind the curtain when Lena waxed him is permanently etched in my memory. Eyebrow intervention. Professional waxing will always hurt less than those shitty wax strips from a drugstore. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Pure tear, and I never plucked another eyebrow hair again as long as I lived. Yeah.
So you were doing it out of...
I know threading is plucking, but it's like... I think, like, in my mind, it's like you're doing more at once. Whereas, like... And also, it's like a... I don't know, the plucking is more... It seems more violent in nature.
Stress?
No, I was trying to look good.
Oh.
I was trying to shape my eyebrows. Because I would look at the cute boys that other girls like, and I was like, you know what's the difference between me and them? Their eyebrows. Swear to God. You're so stupid back then in middle school.
Oh, God.
I'd be like, that's why she likes him and not me, because his eyebrows look perfect. And so I was trying to make me have these cute boy, eyebrows. I would look at dudes and be like, he has such striking eyebrows. Swear to God.
Ethan didn't realize that's not what the girls liked. That's what he liked. His 15% was speaking right there, I did see Lena's new YouTube video VOD on demand. It seemed... I watched through, like, the first half of it. It is the type of content that I'm usually into, but then I didn't end up finishing it. I need to go back. Go check it out, everyone. It was some true crime. Lena, the new true crime YouTuber?
My own eyebrows too, by the way.
Yeah, you have crazy eyebrows.
And
people say that about you.
I do hate sometimes if I'll go too much and then it becomes too thin or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one.
As a young man, I found it very humiliating to even think that I was doing it, because I was like, oh, this isn't masculine to be plucking my eyebrows, and I felt very demasculated by that.
I think that was a thing in our age. Yeah.
Say what? What'd you say, Dan?
It's emasculated.
Thank you. Just emasculated.
I feel like today it's more normal for guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jersey Shore kind of made it more mainstream with the GTL, because before that, no guys would ever admit, and then they're all like, "Oh, it's it's part of the look now."
I hate to even admit it that I still find it embarrassing for some reason to even I don't know. It's just such a deep trauma to me. It's such a deep trauma to me. Of course, there's nothing wrong with it. There you have it. I've got 2 more stories. You guys want to hear them, or you want to go do yours?
I want to hear them.
Either way, we can go around. Why don't we do ours, and then we'll come back around to you.
Yeah.
Zach's not here, but he already told us how he shit on the lawn.
Right.
Well, we mentioned that, and he was like, "That's not my story. I'm not embarrassed by that."
Yeah. I was like, "You should be."
He's like, "That wasn't cringe."
What is he embarrassed by?
Eli, do you have one? You want to go?
I actually don't, because you guys only told me about this yesterday.
I thought you were
last
sitting
night.
and you said, "Oh, you have one." Come on.
I have a joke for you.
A joke?
So ask me, what is my story, my cringe story?
What's your cringe story?
My whole life.
Oh my God! Stop it.
Oh boy.
That's not funny.
Oh,
you're alive. You are amazing. You're not cringe.
I don't know.
You're cool as fuck.
Do you have one that you can remember for me? Because I feel like you know everything about me.
You told me a story about when
I'd be proud of the lawn shit too, to be honest. We know you would, Alex. The lawn shit wouldn't be my proudest moment, but it'd be on the list.
you and your friends were like getting drunk for the first time you drank, and it was like a total shit show. But I don't know if that's
I don't know if
cringe
it's
or
embarrassing. I mean,
What about the restaurant that made you wear lipstick and a dress?
is it a cringe story?
I don't know. It's interesting though. It's a powerful woman's story.
Sure.
But it's you felt embarrassed to have to go wait tables like with lipstick and a dress, right?
Yeah. So I was going to school and I had to work at the same time. So I was doing a lot of like waitressing jobs. So one of them, in one of them they were like, here's the uniform, and it's like a little black dress. And they're like, you'll have to wear that and a red lipstick. And I was like, I don't even remember the details anymore, but I was just not comfortable with that. So I quit.
Oh, well, very good. I don't know if there was more details.
I think we're mixing up two stories. One was the black dress, and I was not cool with that. Another one was, first of all, they made us like bring our own clothes, but they were very specific. Like, you need to wear this white button-up shirt, black pants, black.
See, I don't think I could take something like a lawn shit to the grave. I think eventually, like the shit, it'd slip out eventually. You'd have to tell the story to someone. It would just come up so casually in conversation. Oh, really? Let me tell you a story about Oh, really? You were mowing your lawn this morning. Let me tell you a little story.
Black shoes, and I didn't have that stuff. I had to go buy it, especially for this job. And then it was like New Year's Eve or something, and they were like, today we want you all to wear red lipstick. So I was like, I'm not doing that. But
they fired you?
I left.
Okay, not that embarrassing.
Because it was like non-negotiable.
I remember it being more traumatic.
I don't want to wear...
Stand up, Beulah. Stand up.
If I worked at a job that forced the women to wear lipstick, I'd just start wearing lipstick every day. And I'd make kissy faces at the male managers.
Wow. Incredible. What a story, huh? All right, who's next? Ian, go ahead. Stand up, Ian.
Ian, please stand up.
Stand up, Ian. Thank you.
I don't know why I did this, but when I was 4, I was at my mom's friend's house and I needed to poop, and I hated how the inside of the house smelled. And I needed to poop, and I noticed there was a lot of dog poop in the backyard. So I just pooped in a random spot in the backyard because there was a lot of poop there. Well, I know exactly why you did it. It's because you were 4 years old and there was a lot of poop there and you were by yourself. Hey, if the house smelled bad, I can't imagine how the bathroom smelled. You had to. You were just looking out for your best for the interest of your 4-year-old self.
Ian, why are you looking like Jumanji looking ass, by the way?
The only story I have similar to that is I've never done anything like that, but one time we were at a park and we were playing at the park, and there was this other family that wasn't it was like, the neighborhood park, so there were a bunch of houses around, and we knew we lived near the park, and then this was another family that lived like literally right across the street. And so we knew who they were, and my mom's like kind of watching us all and seeing what's happening, and this one little boy starts pooping at the bottom of the slide, like not the bottom of the slide, the bottom of the fireman's pole. He starts pooping at the bottom of the fireman's pole, and my mom like runs over real quick and it's like, stop, no. And his sister like comes and like scoops him. My mom doesn't pick him up because she's like, this isn't my kid, but like she's like, oh wait, can you get your brother? He's pooping. No, don't do that. And little bro was just squatted over going. And it was the funniest part, I was like, bro, his house was right there. Why weren't they just taking him home? He had to go. But that's probably the only story I have. I think, as an adult, I've had to poop outside. Mostly in the forest, but... Honestly, only in the forest. I can't think of another time I've pooped outside. I've been around people that have pooped outside. I've had to throw up a lot outside. That sucks. And then I've only peed outside a few times. Only when I need to. And when I don't feel like, walking all the way back home or something. Pooping, it's just like, you can hold it. I'm sorry. I can understand a little kid doing it, but once you hit a certain age, you can hold it. You'll be okay.
Show Ian. Like, are we not even going to acknowledge that Ian looks like Jumanji?
I never thought about this for Zach's poop story. In Zach's lawn poop story, he literally says, I tried to go in my pants, but I couldn't. Like, my body wouldn't let me, so I got out of the car and went on the lawn. If he couldn't go in his pants, why not just keep holding it then? You know what I mean? Like, why not? I pee outside like once a day, LMAO. Alex peeing in parking lots on the daily. Alex and Steiny cut from the same cloth. Thoughts on going in a lake? Hey, if you're going in a place that's got fish, it's just full of pee and poop. And honestly, if it doesn't have fish, I mean, animals go poop and pee in water all the time. Any open body of water is full of animal urine and shit. That is the truth. But there's natural cleaning processes within the water. Remember that. The salt in the ocean actually... Just dump some chlorine in the lake before you go swimming. That'll help, right?
Ian, please stand up.
I don't know.
Ian, please stand up.
Stand
Ian,
up.
please stand up. Ian, please stand up.
Ian, why do you have like a realistic
Ian,
Jumanji
please
outfit?
stand up.
I just grabbed some out of the closet on the way. I don't know.
Is this the new Yeezy?
Can I keep pressing the wrong button and it makes you freak out, but I get it. Let me just do it. I just like when that happens.
Oh my god.
What kind of setting could possibly...
That's my fault.
It's the Zoom call. It's your feed on the Zoom call, and then he takes it, and then it creates an endless loop.
Try to do one like this. Watch.
Go ahead and do a face. Oh wait, whoops! It was on Dan. Hold on, try it.
Oh my god.
Here we fucking go.
Wait, can you do it so it zooms on my face?
But wait,
it kind of goes along with whatever motion. So Ethan,
try to move.
Yeah, thrust forward right as he does it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do it again.
That's terrifying.
Pretty spooky.
Reminds me of Han Solo being frozen.
Carbonite.
Thank you. Anyway, Ian, tell me your embarrassing cringe moment.
Ian.
The first one that.
Ian.
Go ahead, Ian. Go ahead.
The first one that pops into my head was the first day of high school, where obviously, as you can tell, I'm a super fashionable guy, very, hand on the pulse. And
Well, show them what you're wearing. Don't joke. You're in the
Well, you can see. I mean, it's
No,
not-
show them your feet.
Oh.
You're in the Jumanji outfit, but you're not really committed because you're wearing Yeezys, bruh. You should be wearing some like leaves or some shit or some tree bark.
I think Robin Williams.
I mean, this is very fitting for some Yeezy gear. I could see Kanye dropping this.
And Jumanji is the target for this type of fashion.
What year is it?
Yeah.
Are Yeezys out yet?
So it was the first day, and I got to school, big hallway. It's packed. Everyone at the lockers and everything. And my backpack, I didn't realize that this wasn't cool at the time because I thought it was really cool in middle school. But I walked in and it was a roller backpack. So, I said it and I went whoosh, and then you roll it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And the moment I started doing that, every single person in the hallway just looked right at me like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I was the only person in the entire high school that I saw that entire day with a roller backpack. And I carried it like in my hands for the rest of the day because I was so ashamed. I had a lot of, fashion faux pas in high school.
I remember that about middle school and high school is like people made fun of you if you had one of those rolly backpacks.
People made fun of you because they could smell the fear. If you just truly didn't give a shit, you could do whatever you wanted. Because my favorite archetype in high school was, and you could say, oh, it's because they're the jock. But it's because they don't give a shit. The big buff jock. Sometimes they weren't even a jock. Just big buff dude wearing a little kid's backpack. That's always my favorite. Just see some dude that's like, like 5'8", but like 270 pounds of muscle. And he's got like a fucking Go Diego Go backpack. I not only would laugh, but I respected it. The laugh came from the respect. Don't get it twisted.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. What possessed you to get the rolly backpack, Ian? Was that on fashion, or how did you make this fashion faux pas?
I mean, it was convenience.
You made a risk. You made a risk, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah. I also I had Heelys on too.
Oh, shit.
No, you did not.
You were
making that part up.
Everything was rolling.
Your
that
whole
day.
life was on wheels at that time.
Did you use them at the same time? Were you rolling?
Rolling while rolling?
A little. Oh my God! I keep pressing. Let me press the.
It's hard to talk and switch, isn't it?
Hold
it's
on.
tough.
There we go.
Yeah.
That was the one I was looking for.
Oh my God.
A little later on, I embraced the meme with the rollies, and people were like, "Where can I get some?" But
that's good.
The first day, it was rough. It was a rough day.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
You are a trendsetter. Ewan's ready to roll.
Honestly, I respect anyone who don't give a fuck about perception. See, the whole thing is this. You shouldn't care what people think about you, but you should care how people feel about you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to care about people's outward perception of, like, or their perception of your, like, outward appearance or outward expression. But you should care about the impacts that you have on people and the way that they think of you in association with, like, friend groups and things like that. Just saying. There's levels to this optic shit, right?
To a whole pile of bitches. Ian was ready to be like, I'm about to get laid.
Hell yeah, bro.
You know what? I just remembered one that maybe could work here.
Okay, please stand up, Hila. Stand up, Hila.
Ian, please stand up.
Shredder gets upset every time.
Shredder, stand up, Shredder.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Hila,
please. A quick one.
Please stand up. Please stand up.
So, it was when I was at the army, and I all of a sudden had this awful stomach pain.
This is a poop story?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Hila's about to share a poop story? Let's go.
Oh no.
Not that embarrassing.
Oh no.
But, like, just a little, like.
Good luck.
So it was. I never had such a bad pain. I thought it was like something is wrong, and I called my superiors, and I was like, my stomach, something is not right.
Wow.
And they're like, let's get the paramedic.
Oh no, this is amazing. This is amazing.
So they check me, and everything seems fine, and they're like, maybe it's period, and I'm like, no, I didn't get my period. And,
they're like, look, nothing's wrong
I'm
with
like,
you.
I can't even stand. It was like really worrying. Everyone was worrying for me. And then, I don't know, like a few minutes later, I had to go to the bathroom. And it was just like, I had to poop. And then after I pooped, it was fine.
Did you have to tell everyone that you pooped? Or were you just like, I'm feeling better now?
I told a couple of people.
But did you tell the like you had, because there was like a whole commotion about it.
I was just like, it's fine, I'm fine now.
They probably got it. They're probably like, she just took a massive dump. Was it gassy poop?
I honestly don't remember. I just remember like how.
What kind of question is that? I'm not even gonna rewind it. I'm not even. That was such a like. Come on, man.
That's embarrassing.
The pain was really.
I've had poops like that before, honestly, where you get so much abdominal pain
I was
that
like, what's going on?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, everyone's been there, right? You're just like praying to God. You're like, please, I promise I'll never eat bad food again. You start like, you know, what I've heard is you have to see. I heard this after I've been doing it. I think that I just truly have. I don't treat my body well all the time, but I'm just in tune with my body, and I learned this just from actively like trying to figure it out from stomach pains. But move your stomach, massage your stomach in a clockwise motion, or a clockwise motion. Clockward, what the fuck? But if you do that, it will like relieve some abdominal stress during the bathroom process. But let's move out of this poop talk.
Well, when you live usually the diet she's on in the army makes it doesn't surprise me when you have like killer death-inducing poops.
Candies, coffee, cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Shitty army food with a lot of oil.
Did it sound like that?
Maybe. I think I erased it from my memory.
That's great. We all have embarrassing poop stories. That's the best thing about pooping.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my embarrassing stories was when I was in Vegas and shit myself.
Right.
I was with my family.
Wait, like a week ago? Or
No.
This was, I think I was in college at the time.
Okay.
Gotta strengthen that O-ring, bro. I'm telling you, here's the gross truth. If you feel like you are about to have diarrhea, the best thing you can do is to try and hold it, because your body will reabsorb the the hydration, you know, from it, the water from it, and it will condense and you'll poop normally after a few hours. You're gonna be in, you know, abdominal pain, but not for the full, you know, hours, but you would be in the same abdominal pain that you would be from going to the bathroom. So it's like up to you.
I was with my family and I got really sick.
Honestly, less
from
sometimes.
either food poisoning or I got a fever or something, a flu.
But I'll never get over this now that I've thought about it. Zach said that he couldn't poop his pants in the car, so he pooped on the lawn. That means he could have just held his poop, because why not just, he could have just held it. Why not just not poop your pants and not get out of the car at the same time? Fan-submitted cringe confessions would be such a good segment. It would, but the whole thing is about trying to vet them, knowing which is fake and which is real. Because some people are going to have the most insane stories that will be real but will seem fake, and that'll be hard to vet too. It's an advanced move. Test it close to home.
And I was playing poker. I was having so much fun. I was doing good, just enjoying myself. And then all of a sudden, it was like one of these moments where I'm playing cards, and it was like, and I oop. And I was like, oh, buddy. So I cashed out. I'm wearing basketball shorts, you know, like elastic, kind of athletic. And I am walking to the hotel room that I'm sharing with my brother. And I farted, and it wasn't just like, it was a sharp, but it was running down my leg. And because I was wearing short, like athletic shorts and boxer pants, not briefs, but like boxer shorts, very open, it was literally able to drip down my leg past my pant line.
Oh, God.
So I had actually visible diarrhea running down my leg. I was walking through the casino to the hotel room. I had diarrhea dripping down my leg. I was one of those people we made fun of. I didn't stop to wipe it and throw it on the floor or anything, though.
Jesus.
I was trying to keep it together. You know, the funniest part is I get into my room, and my brother's in the shower, and he's got the door locked to the bathroom. And I was like, Sean, you better get out right now, dude. I gotta, something happened. I need to get in there. But people walked by me too. And I was just like, please. I was like, hey. I was just like, you know, I was walking like this. I was like, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Got in the elevator. I think there was someone in the elevator with me.
Why like this? To make your legs, legs.
I think I was clenching my ass. Oh. So it was more like this. Because I was trying to keep, I didn't want more. I was trying to keep the dam blocked. So I was walking around like this. Hey, nice to see you. How's the, you winning any money tonight? How's the table for you? Huh? Yeah, that was crazy. That was.
A shart is just your body reminding you that it's rude to fart in public.
So sick, man. Very embarrassing, too. Well, I think the only time I've shit my pants as an adult.
Sometimes I think about, it's pretty remarkable that we all aren't shitting our pants more. Like, if you do the math. I don't know if that's weird.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I totally get your point.
Like if you shit, what, 2 times a day?
Yeah.
7 days a week?
Chances are.
So that's 14 shits a week.
Well, actually, it's normal for a person to poop anywhere between 3 times a day to 1 in every 3 days. Which is kind of crazy to me. That's actually completely normal. If you poop 3 times a day or once every 3 days. The human body, am I right?
Times 52
What's
weeks.
up, cats and
a
shits?
year.
It's a lot of shitting going on.
What's up,
Times
Tiff?
like what, 20 years? How many shits is that?
Yeah.
And there's always been a toilet. It's crazy.
Well, the good news about society today, at least here in America, is that the toilet per square footage is pretty good.
Good ratio. Strong
so the
ratio.
chance that you're going to be caught like in a position to shit. I mean, we've engineered society so that people don't shit their pants.
A lot, yeah.
And that I think is part of what society really is.
Yeah. That
is
civilization.
There's a toilet. We do not have any shit on the street or in our pants even.
All right.
Does GERD give you irritable bowel syndrome? Question from the fan.
I don't think so.
I think there's a correlation, but not a causation.
All right.
I've never heard of that association. But everything's irritated in my body, so who knows? I mean, my throat's irritated, my bowels are irritated, my brain is irritated. I'm irritated. Everything about me is irritated. AB, did you tell yours? What's yours?
Yeah, mine I kind of repressed. It's kind of bad. I'm.
By the way, let me stop. AB's is always like way worse than it should be. So I'm expecting something horrible.
I tell it. I make it sound worse than what it is.
Okay, let's
I feel
hear
like.
it.
Is it going to wind up
like,
with somebody dead?
He's like, yeah,
Just-
I accidentally ran a dude over and killed him.
Just Dan, check me if I come out wrong.
Okay.
I'm sure you will.
I got my finger. I got the finger on your mic's
Okay,
mute
yeah,
button.
hit the kill switch. So I guess the audience, I may have confused them, but my whole life, like I never smoked, drank anything, or did anything like that until I started college. There was a few years where I did, and then I went back to the hello life. I went back to the light. But like the first summer where I started partying, you know, I thought I was a shit, whatever. But I couldn't handle anything. Like I couldn't smoke. It was a nightmare. So I had a party one night, and some girl messaged me and said, "Oh, thanks for the invite." Like towards the end, and I was like, "I was sorry. You could still come through," because I was at a point in my life where I could talk like that, come through. But she's like, "All right, yeah."
We have a title finally. Okay, cool. Oh, I don't see the title. I just see the thumbnail. There it is. Trump is stepping down. H3 show number 186. Is this actually true? I haven't seen anything about that. Let me keep this going.
For sure. Let me know when everyone leaves. So
He's trying to fuck you.
That's what I assumed. So
Wait, what? Oh, okay. People are speculating because Trump's Oval Office address sparked speculation. Will it be about his health, stepping down, or a Ukraine-Russia deal? U.S. President Donald Trump is set to make a surprise announcement from the Oval Office at 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UK time on Tuesday, so he's supposed to be today at 2 p.m. Eastern. What's 2 p.m. Eastern? Oh, so he's supposed to be doing it right now? Is he resigning? Let me, Here, keep this going while I'm looking into this.
So I texted her and she's like, do you want to smoke? And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. When she's outside, she goes, oh, I'm here. And she goes, just so you know, we're just hanging out. Don't try anything.
On Fox 35 Orlando, they were showing this, and then randomly showed that for like a few minutes, and then just cut to Daytona Beach. I'm still just looking. I'm looking into it a little bit.
And I'm never the one to make the first move, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Trump said he's never felt better. It's just about moving to Space Force HQ or some crap. Oh, so more pointless bullshit. Nice. It's not pointless bullshit. I shouldn't say that, but it's just like a lot of it are like a lot of the time it just seems like non-starters that like you could squash some of the allegations or whatever if you actually made the effort, but it seems like he really just doesn't give a fuck and just is ready to be like, hey, I'm the best. Anybody that disagrees, get fucked. Not to be parasocial, proceeds to be parasocial. But have you ever noticed that Sam is the only one they don't like? Look back on fondly. Always wonder if she left on bad terms, breakup aside. The only one they don't like in what terms? What do you mean? Oh, they don't like look back on fondly? Sorry, I didn't read that correctly. They don't like look back on fondly. I don't know. Well, because I don't think hers was as much of a... I guess it was. It was the same kind of leaving, but... I wouldn't think that would mean that she left on bad terms. I don't know. They only really speak super fondly on Cam. Ian, I think, is more of a joke in the community than it is on the show. And honestly, the Cam and Ian, I miss my old friend, is kind of just mixed together in some regard.
Cool. That's fine. Okay, I'm sorry I misread. So she came in, we smoked. This was like...
Yeah, Sam wasn't really that big on the show. I mean, she was more behind the scenes, and I feel like what I was going to say is I feel like her transition, she got a job somewhere else, and I feel like there might have been maybe some effort through the show in that as well, because did she start... I'm always confused about this part. Did she start working with Howie, or did she start working like for something that Howie is also associated with? Or is she just like freelance or something? Because I've just seen that she was doing other stuff, but one of the things I saw was that she was on an ad with Howie Mandel for another thing. Like it was for some company. Or it was the OCD one. Was it No CD? Yeah, it was a No CD ad that had Howie Mandel and Sam and a few other people. Is she just working with No CD now? Now I'm being parasocial. She left for Cutie Cinderella's team. Oh, is that what it is? She works for Cutie Cinderella. And her and Ian broke up shortly after. I don't think they hate her. I think it's just an uncomfortable topic. That's true. I mean, it's complex. Did she start working for Cutie? I mean, I think I have heard that before too, but I've just never... I don't know. I think I have heard that though. Here, I'll look into it.
weed from the devil itself. I was tripping, okay? And so we go inside, and like I had no cable, nothing, because only thing I had we watched movies on the Xbox, and it was locked in my roommate's room. So
oh yeah, it's this. Sam Temple joins Cutie & Co.
We cannot be friends in groups of 3.
Triplets.
We cannot. 3 is not. It doesn't work with us. It just doesn't. You gotta dump one, or make a new
Say
friend.
goodbye. Pick one.
I'm assuming they just talk about it in here, but that tells me that yes, they were broken up before she left. That's true. I don't know. It seemed, the way I've always seen it is not to be parasocial myself. Is I imagine it's amicable, but I feel like Sam was always a bit of an outlier. I know it became a meme about like, you know, her facial expressions and stuff, but I could tell, you know, I think the fans could tell that there were definitely instances where she took things to heart more than other crew members when getting shit. And I don't think that means that they like her less or anything, but I don't think that means that they don't look back on her fondly, but I think it probably just feeds into it more that they were never super pointed towards Sam. I think partially for that reason, that they didn't want her to have to deal with more hate or parasocial people or whatever. But again, this is all speculation. What street are you on? I want updates.
and he wasn't home. So there's nothing for us to do. The only thing I had at the house was this Donkey Kong game called Donkey Konga, I believe it's called.
You guys were playing Donkey Kong?
Oh, it's the Donkey Kong
Konga.
story.
It's the one with like the little bongos.
I tried talking to her, nothing. She didn't want to do anything. She didn't want to conversate or...
Why'd she come over? What is this?
I don't know. So the only game I had...
She came over after the party, only when everyone was gone, to play Donkey Kong with you.
Yeah, I sent in the Discord.
Awesome.
I don't, if you guys aren't familiar, you play this game with drums.
Here, let me pull up a photo.
Yeah, it's like a...
Oh, I totally missed the...
That looks fun.
It's like it does?
You move like this.
Oh, okay. It's like a DDR kind of thing?
Yeah. You move like that, and you clap to jump.
Love that for it.
And so I'm stoned out of my mind, and she's not...
That's a good point, too. You don't have to hate the person podcast to be unhappy and break up / quit. Because, I mean, realistically, she could have been unhappy with the job, not like the work, you know. All of those things could be true. And still be like, but I don't have a problem with Ethan or anybody, or you know what I mean? Like, aspects of your work can also, like, you know what I mean? Like, there can be aspects of your work that you don't like or don't appreciate that don't have anything to do with the interpersonal aspects. I hate AB's story. I love AB's story.
It's I'm just playing Donkey Kong.
Bro, that is so embarrassing.
And
it's not a DDR kind of thing. I mean, I was about to say it's like Guitar Hero, but it's not even like that, right? I don't think AB knows what DDR is. Dance Dance Revolution. Dance Dance Revolution, baby.
And she's not talking to me, and I'm just playing Donkey Kong.
Bro, that is so embarrassing.
And like my heart's going with the drums, and every time like I would like clap,
I'm trying to think of my cringe stories.
And she's staring.
Why? Wait, why?
She's staring.
Wait, why were you looking at her when you clapped?
I don't know. I was like, I knew how ridiculous it was, but
You
at
were
the same
just like
time,
checking on her?
yeah, like what was her reaction? And I think I was so high that I actually like was paying attention to the game as well. So every time I look, and she'd give me that look, and I'd get nervous, and I'd start going faster on the drums, and it was a fucking nightmare. It felt like fucking years I was in that room playing Donkey Kong, and she's like, all right, I gotta go. I was like, all right,
God.
for sure. And then she left and she goes, "Man, you're a little bitch." That's what? Yeah, she texted me and said,
Wait. What? She said that to you on the way out?
She said, "You're being a little bitch." She thought that I wasn't making a move because she was cool with my ex at the time. So she thought I wasn't making a move because of that. I'm like, you said we're just hanging out, and I was respecting that.
Oh my God.
She goes, "Are you serious?" She's like, "I came over at like 2 a.m. to smoke with you." I'm like, "But you fucking said we're just hanging out." So I played Donkey Kong. So thank you for the.
Dude, she must have. Well, first of all, obviously, you did the right thing. You can't make a move when a girl.
Right.
Yeah, she said.
It's like,
And
I'm not
I didn't know what else to do. We didn't have
it's
any other activities.
Just, ladies, if you want something, you just this is our job, men. If you tell us something you want, we just believe you.
Yep.
In today's world, we're not taking. There's no risk. There's no gray lines. You say this, we do that.
I think AB's story is the worst version of like showing your friend a meme on your phone and being like, right? Isn't it funny? No, wait, this is the good part. Wait. Right? You don't think so? No? But here, wait, one more time. Let it replay. Maybe you didn't see it the first time. Wait. And he just did that every time he clapped. She was not impressed. I don't even know if it was meant to impress her, you know. He was being respectable and respectful. He wasn't trying to, you know, press the situation. Let her make the first move. I tried to check the White House stream and half of the chat is just saying 6-7. My God. This is what we've become. This is what our nation has turned into.
This, we do that. So AB, you did.
You say no sex, we play Donkey Kong.
Yes. And I like repressed it. It wasn't until I was at Thanksgiving at Lena's cousin's house, and her little nephew brought out the little bongo drums, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Get that away from me."
So when she called you a little bitch on the way out, did you guys talk anymore? Or did she just leave you with that?
We hooked up another time, but
okay, I didn't ask that. Jesus.
Kind of.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, what?
Nah, I still made it work. Nah, it still worked out in the end. Don't worry.
That's
What am I, her dream guy playing Donkey Kong?
No, but did she? I just want to know on that conversation.
Oh,
If she said
I've
it.
been on so many dates without knowing it's a date. Say something. So true. I think that the whole thing is dates don't need to be explicitly, like, they don't need to be explicitly dates if they are casual, but if you are expecting it to lead somewhere, then you should definitely make it clear that you're trying to go on a date. Because, like, realistically, you should be able to, if you're not in like a committed relationship, go on like casual dates where you're going and hanging out and doing things, you know. Maybe you're is it going Dutch when you split the bills, stuff like that, you know. You should be able to do that more casually without having to, you know, commit to like an individual. But if you are trying to like start something or make something more official, maybe just make it clear as you start the date. Hey, what are we trying to do here? Do you like me? Do I like you? And then that ends the date right there. And then they walk away, and hey, you saved a couple bucks on dinner. But also remember, not every date needs to lead somewhere. You should be trying to figure out what you like in a person, what you like in yourself, and what it all means in the grand scheme of things. Love's a complicated game. Learn the rules before you try and play. Here's my cringe story. Okay, Alex, here we go. I was getting along really well with a girl at a party, and we were playing King's Cup. She was a really short Asian woman, so I was drinking her drinks for her. Then she lost, so I drank the bitch cup for her, and it grossed me out, and so I threw up in the sink and killed the vibe of the party and probably ruined my shot with her, LMAO. Hey, that isn't too bad, I don't think. See, I'm trying to think of what my most cringe stories are, And I really try and play it cool. I really do. I don't have too many cringe stories. And that's really why I'm trying to think of something. I wish someone just outed me in chat. Someone that I knew, but I can't think of any. I have to keep thinking. Because I know there's something good. I do have a lot of mishaps that have happened in stories. But nothing that's too cringe-worthy, I don't think. I'm trying to think.
Did she say anything else, or did she just leave you with your little bitch?
Oh no, yeah, no. She said that. Oh, you're acting this way because your ex.
Oh, so you guys had a whole conversation?
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if it fucked.
I'm just too suave, too cool, too. No, literally, I think it really is just. I've always overthought in situations to make sure that I don't end up embarrassing myself. I'm too neurotic to be cringe. But I guess that's just me looking from my perspective. I'm sure the neuroticism is the cringe.
With your head where she's like your little bitch and then bounced and didn't explain what happened.
Dude, that was a nightmare.
It reminds me of the time that we were at, I think it was at Post Malone's, and there was...
Oh, for some reason, I don't know why, like almost, I guess I'll just make it the live chat for now. Sometimes it blocks like some of you when you're not even spamming. I don't know why. That's so weird. I've thrown up while giving head before. Not going to give any more details than that. Hey, it happens. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Cringe story. In high school, my GF and I were fooling around in a band practice room. She was giving head, and I told her I was about to finish. She was like, hey, not in my mouth, so I panicked. I didn't want just to shoot on the floor, so I looked around, and the only thing in the room was a book of sheet music. Oh my god, this is insane. So I took it, did what I had to do, and hours later heard someone freaking out about, man, bro, you're lucky you didn't get arrested, I have to say. They don't know. Ooh, that someone is still an acquaintance of mine to this day. They don't know. You should have thrown it away, honestly. After you did that, you should have like thrown it in your backpack or tucked it away or something. You're so lucky you didn't get caught, I have to say. My cringe story is accidentally outing myself in a middle school of my 9th grade home ec class when I opened Safari to a Yuri AO3 tab. That's the worst I can think of. See, that didn't happen to me, but that did happen to someone before, where they didn't have their computer on, but as soon as they opened it, it started playing porn audio because they had it pulled up on the locked computer. It's been 10 years, chat. I can't tell them now. You can't. It's got to go to your grave. That is a story you must take to the grave. You guys make me feel a lot better about mine. It haunts my nights. See, one of my only like cringe stories that I can think of is it was one of the first times I took mushrooms. And it's why I don't like I've actually figured out which psychedelics I prefer, versus which I don't, and I don't like mushrooms because they upset my stomach. And I had taken them and had gone to the mall, and we were supposed to be at the mall, and we're waiting for them to kick in. So I was like, okay, this is fine. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for these to kick in. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I walk to go use the restroom, and on the way back, I feel it hit me. And I start to feel really sick. I start to feel extremely sick to my stomach, but I have a little bit. There's a little bit of a breeze. I'm like, okay, this will be all right. We'll be okay. I get back to the person that I'm with. We start walking around a little bit, and I go, okay, I can't do this. And I sit down, and I think there's a trash can sitting next to me. It turns out it wasn't a trash can, and it was a an ashtray for cigarettes. It was an ashtray, and I thought it was like one of those ashtray trash can combos, but it was just an ashtray. And so I turn to it, and I just start projectile vomiting all over it. And I start throwing up, and I just keep throwing up. And when I turn back after I finished, I just see a couple people like walking past. And I'm like, oh man. Well, I feel better now, so let's go. And then I went back to the restroom and like washed out my mouth and then continued on with my day. Oh, I see. I've just done psychedelics at too many places. I did them at work before. Got the job done too. You know, I'm a professional. I ain't a poser. I do these things for I do this for a living. No, but that's probably one of my cringiest stories. Just because I probably should have just stayed in the restroom. Like, because I think after I'd come out of the restroom, I was like feeling it, but I was like, okay, I'll be fine. I'm okay. First time I did edibles, I was sleeping at my friend's room. I was sleeping on my friend's room floor, hallucinating, got a panic attack, and went to the hospital. See, one of my I think I've told this story before, but one of the worst experiences I had on psychedelic wasn't because of me, but it was because of somebody else. And somebody was driving for us, and then we were going to go watch a movie, and we got there to watch the movie, and the person we were with, I think, hadn't done much before and like hadn't really like done this kind of stuff. So he started like panicking a little bit, but didn't want to like tell us. But he told me, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, it's cool. If you want to go home, we'll take you home. Like, it's not a big deal. We'll take you home." And so we start to take him home, and while we're taking him home, I think that he thought that we were kidnapping him or something, because he starts just like, I'm like, he's in the back seat, but I'm like kind of turned around looking at him, talking to him, but I can just tell by the way he's looking around, he keeps going like, why are we going this way? Which way are we going? I just want to go home. Where are we going right now? And I'm looking at him, I'm like, dude, this is the way to your house. Like, we're literally taking you home right now. Just calm down. This is like, you're freaking out for no reason. Trump is finally speaking. Does he sound like a corpse? But I've had a few experiences like that where I've come to learn that people need to be in the right state of mind, like in a very clear headspace to be able to do psychedelics. And if you have any kind of fear or you're easy to, you know, like you're excitable, you know what I mean? Like there's things that can get you amped up. You're quick to jump on emotions. You probably shouldn't. And that's why you have to make sure that you're also careful with who you pick to trip with, because you can also have bad experiences from other people having bad experiences. First time I smoked weed, me and my friend got with the munchies, spent the rest of our high trying to figure out how to make toaster strudels. So real. Never had edibles, didn't you? I don't think you can hallucinate off edibles. Well, you can get mushroom chocolate bars and stuff now. They have all types of stuff. Just had to improvise on a blunt. Sometimes you just got to figure it out, you know. Basically making some homemade hash butter. Put them on some chicken nuggets. Make it taste like shit. Probably only get a little high from it.
A chocolate on the counter.
Oh, yeah.
And I assumed that it was normal chocolate.
Uh-oh. Oh, I'm glad you said that, Elo. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was trying to imply with the story of me and Lena that I told on our previous episode with OJ, but I guess it came out wrong and people thought I dosed my wife and then admitted it on an episode that wasn't live, and then we posted it. I don't know, but I'm sorry. Proceed.
So
First time I smoked weed was out of a Coke can. I slipped and concussed myself. I've told my first time smoking story on stream. I was too young. I was younger than I should have been. But that was actually out of a pipe and out of with real stuff. But then from then on, it was Kansas City. Am I right? And I think that honestly proves to me that it's better to explain to kids why things are harmful rather than to try and just keep them away from it. Because as soon as a kid learns that they can get high and they're like, I didn't die immediately. So this shit must be good. I've been lied to my whole life. It's better to explain like the long-term effects rather than trying to express some immediate harm that would happen. This ain't no scrape on the knee, kid.
yeah, I was just like, this looks like a regular chocolate, and I took like a whole cube, and then they told us that it was not, and I think we went right back home, and I think that like you fell asleep, and I put on it was around the time that the Bill Nye on Netflix show came out, and it was like horrible.
Everyone was goofing on
It
Bill.
was so bad, and I put that on and I watched the whole season, and I was like super high.
Season? Did you learn? Were you able to pay attention?
It was all a blur.
Right. Boy, that Bill Nye. As a fan of Bill Nye's as a kid, boy, that Netflix show was horrible.
So bad.
That's too bad. I never watched it because I didn't want
But it was
to
like
ruin
a
my
live
image of him
audience
from
and
my childhood.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
It just wasn't it. Because the Bill Nye Kids Show was like super well produced with segments and stuff. This was all alive. It was odd, man. It was odd.
I think that's the thing is like, because I love the Bill Nye show
Super
too.
low budget.
The first time I tried a water bottle gravity bong, it just didn't work, and I got so mad because we ended up wasting like a whole bowl. And I was like, bro, you're wasting my weed.
But yeah, I think what made that show was all of the production. Like it was just it was.
I don't want to get to know Bill Nye on a personal level.
Right. Yeah.
It was the quick cuts and the energy.
Yeah,
Unlike
exactly.
anything you'd see in the schoolroom.
Right.
If you guys are looking for something really bad to watch, I recommend.
It's kind of it's a fun like bad thing to watch.
Yeah.
It's a good bad one.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill. That was, when people put on Bill Nye, that was when you had a substitute teacher and you knew you were just
That's
not
hype
doing
as fuck.
anything.
Yeah.
Bill Nye. Yeah, exactly. Friday afternoon, you got the substitute teacher, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill.
Hey, it's Friday, baby. Fuck.
I gotta be honest, I miss those like Fridays, bro. Friday didn't really mean shit to me anymore.
I mean, we get pretty excited when we're done with this show and we're out of here for the weekend, baby.
Fridays are tough. The weekends are tough, bro, in our house.
It's so tough.
I feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like I'm burning on both ends these days. I know you feel the same way too, Ela.
Yeah, I think we're deciding that we might need help on the weekend too, because it's like
You need some time to relax.
I have no time.
the
I
weekend
have no
is the
time.
opposite. It's like the week is almost chiller than the weekend. Right. So we, in a way, there's like no break.
Like yesterday, we had a really long day yesterday. We went to the doctor, we worked all day, got home, took care of the theater of the dogs, put her to bed, and then immediately I came, worked on the show for today.
And also
went to bed.
when we got home, there was still a lot of things going on, and we had a lot of calls.
Yeah.
So it was literally nonstop.
No, it was nonstop. And then right after I finished preparing for today, I went straight to bed, fall asleep, and then Theodore at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like,
and
holy
then
shit.
and then he came again at 6.
Yeah.
By the way.
He's been doing 2 stops in the middle of the night, bro. It's brutal. You know, it's so funny, though. Like, it's so cute when he comes into our bedroom.
It
like,
is.
He came in once at 11 p.m. We were preparing for dinner.
Yeah.
And he came in like a little ninja.
Not for dinner. We were.
Oh my god, that reminds me of the start of my weed journey. My sister and I went to a Curtis Connors show, and she said, "Do you want to hit this?" Her dab rig before going into the comedy club. I remember absolutely nothing from that show. All I know is that I bought merch from a dude I didn't even watch. Sick shirt though. I still fuck with it. Hey, That sounds like a good night.
Preparing for
Preparing
bed.
for
you
bed,
mean?
sorry, at
We're
11 p.m.
brushing, Yeah.
And so for some reason, when he wakes up, he gets everything, all of his possessions.
Yeah.
So he's got these thing called
So
lovies, which
funny.
are like these little blankets with stuffed animal heads on the top.
Yeah.
Like a little elephant head and then a blankie. It's a cute
Yeah.
little thing that he loves. And he's got a bunch of them. So he'll grab like literally like 7 lovies, his bottle with water in it, a book, his favorite book. And so he walked into the bathroom like a little ninja. I mean, we were just brushing our teeth.
And we're like,
Walks in. Yeah, he scared us. We're like, oh, you know, what are you doing here? And so I take him back to his room. We say, okay, sweetheart, I'm going to sit with you. And he says, Daddy, chair.
so cute though.
It's just tired.
So
I'm tired. Oh, I know what that is. That's the Basherverse when he was like losing it.
Mm-hmm.
Tired. Can we get that soundbite? I know it's not polite, but it's pretty good.
We'll put in the request for Zach.
I'm looking through his database here.
I don't think we
he
ever pulled
has
that
it.
one.
Yeah.
We still have Dan's story and love.
Yeah.
And love?
Dan, go ahead. What do you got for me?
Oh boy, so it's gonna be hard to surpass that Donkey Kong story, but
I love, bro, that image of you keep looking at her.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I've been that high and I just know how horrible it feels.
I hate it so much.
Dude, I hate it.
I wish I enjoyed it. I have so many friends that I really wish I did. But
Same Z's. I hate being high. There's nothing good about being high. Literally, me being high, I just think about that. It's Donkey Kong. It's just this. What's the word?
I'm sorry. I mean, but I remember you were on a podcast once and you were talking about, I forget what game you were playing, and you were high and you just kept riding on a horse for like hours.
Oh no, I was tripping balls when that happened.
Oh, okay.
I was playing.
trip.
Yeah, I was playing Skyrim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Had just a horrible trip where we took too much. Someone told us it was a small amount, but it was like a big amount, and we were just.
And the whole week, everyone was like, the other people that took it, they were like, "Oh, it's so mellow. It's such a mellow one. You're
could
gonna
never-
be totally fine."
Me and Ela were not
never
even
believe
able
people
to
when it comes to that.
communicate.
We were not able to talk.
We were in the same apartment, but like totally not even.
Different universes.
Yeah. I was literally I was like, okay, how can I ground myself right now? I love Skyrim. I've been playing Skyrim a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I'm just going to go play Skyrim. That will help. And I think I must have for 5 hours straight just running on a horse in a straight line.
And we would try to like
Running.
put music on, and we couldn't listen to music. We couldn't do anything.
Oh man.
Just running
Oh God.
on a horse.
You know what's crazy? I think I went to school the next day.
Oh, yeah. I went to work the next day.
Yeah.
too. I was
Oh, boy.
fine. That's the craziest part is we
'Cause
woke up.
I
we were
remember
fine.
like eating lunch with everyone at school, like totally like.
Acid doesn't really have a
What?
very bad.
Yeah, it doesn't
calm
have,
down.
like, a
It
calm
just
down.
not really.
I always used to call it the afterglow. I always felt like the day after I'd do acid, I just always have this light little, an afterburn where I'd be like, okay, don't feel, not tripping, but just feel a little light. Feel a little loosey-goosey.
That was one of the
Just
most
kinda-
surprising things is that like by 12 o'clock the next day, I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel like fine.
But it
Thank God.
it
Yeah.
lasted like 15 hours. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Jesus.
Worst.
You said one
Worst.
of you guys said something like you felt like you were gonna be stuck that way forever.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Boom. 15 hours.
I think that is the biggest thing about the differences in different psychedelics is mushrooms usually last like somewhere for like 6 to 8 hours, but acid does last anywhere from like 8 to 12 to up to 15 or more. And really, there does become a point where you're like, see, what I would always do is like you come to learn like it's going to end. It's not like it's going to just stay, but you do get to a point where you just go like, I'm done. My body is tired, but my brain is not. And that isn't the best feeling. But I understand how people feel that and then quickly start, degrading and going like, oh no, what's happening? What's happening to me? Oh no. I can't smoke anymore. I get cyclic vomiting syndrome if I do. Literally awful. I had a phase where I was in the ER twice a week for month for fluids. Got down to 80 pounds. Oh, that's terrible. Well, I'm glad I hope you're doing better now. And if so, glad to hear it.
Long time to be like that, bro. I was running and it was snowy and I was on the horse and I was just running. I wasn't doing anything, just running. And I tried to put on music and it was just the worst.
Yeah.
Worst.
I used to do that in Grand Theft Auto. I used to try to climb to the highest building and then just walk off. Or walk to the highest mountain, just walk up it, and then just jump off.
Somebody might read into that.
Yeah. Is that a cry for help, maybe?
Doesn't everyone do that in Grand Theft Auto?
I mean, I wasn't even doing anything.
Yeah, you do that. You go up to the top, and then, especially in GTA 5, where they have the little ragdoll effect that you can do, just jump and throw your body off the side.
I was just running and running. There was no objective.
Sam and I have got high together one time, and it was so traumatizing.
Really?
We never will again. We went and saw the Sonic movie.
You saw? Well, you went out of the house and saw Sonic.
Wait,
Yeah.
high like weed high or something?
Yeah, it was an edible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different.
And we hadn't tried this specific one before. And yeah, it came out on Valentine's Day. So we were like, oh, this will be kind of a funny thing. And like 90 seconds in, I just look over and Sam's gone. And I go out and I go out and
don't be sorry for oversharing. This is what podcasting is about.
To like the lobby, and she's just wandering around looking like super terrified.
Oh no.
And I go up, I'm like, are you okay? What's going on? And she's like, he's so fast. He's
No
so
way.
fast. Yeah. And I was like, it's okay. It's all right. We'll be fine. And
Sam, you want to come comment on this?
I'm sure she doesn't want to get into it, but
No, that's okay.
yeah, and I tried to calm her down, but then as she was telling me how fast Sonic was, I started freaking out. And
he is fast.
He is fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, and we sat at one of those benches, like when you head to the auditorium, just like grabbing each other.
Seriously?
We were like, it's fine, it's okay.
Oh
We're
my
good.
God.
Stop some gummies or some shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
Did you guys
exactly.
not just bail, or you sat there just thinking about how fast Sonic was for a minute?
we sat there a little too long, I think, and then we just went and sat.
I had weed a few weeks ago and could imagine things with pictures, which I've never been able to do before. It was very cool. See, I've been having I've talked to people about this a lot recently because I do find that very interesting, the way people perceive thoughts, because some people think in only words, but then some people can visualize those words as if they were written in their head. And me, the way I've heard it described is like this: think of an apple. And I've heard this said on like a bunch of different things. I think they said this on the podcast, didn't they? I think Dan said this at one point. But I learned it from a philosophy thing, which was, think of an apple. What do you see? Do you see an image of an apple? Do you see a drawing of an apple? Is it 2D? Is it 3D? And this isn't about the characteristics of the apple. It doesn't matter what color. It doesn't matter what shape. But how do you visualize it? Do you not think of an apple, and do you just associate it with apple trees and applesauce, and is that what you're thinking about in your head? And for me, if I'm thinking about an apple, I can visualize a three-dimensional apple. I can change its color, its shape, its size. I can rotate it in my head. I can I can think about it in a setting versus like in nothingness, where it's just floating in white or in purple or green, whatever the background is. And so I think I have like a very some may say an overactive imagination, but I think that it is interesting to think about how different people think about things. Yeah, some people only think in words. I think the science of it is really interesting, how cannabinoids affect your receptors in your brain in general. Yeah, see, and I think that needs to be studied a lot more, because there's definitely some kind of medicinal properties that can be beneficial to people in life. I've been here the whole time, but I couldn't chat because I've been cooking. But OMG, the Sonic story is my fave. Yeah, I really do like their Sonic story too. I wonder if Sam got mad at him for this, because it's kind of like a personal story.
sat in the car for like hours just trying to like wait it out.
You know what would
yeah.
probably help that high? If you guys watch the J Station Sonic EXE video.
Oh, good point. Kind of purge.
So what was it about Sonic Speed that put you in that funk?
Yeah, so like the way I'd say it, like, Evie, is would you say that, like, if you're thinking of an apple, you'd be thinking of it like the last time you saw an apple, or like something like that? Like, if you were trying to visualize it, it would be like in a setting that you know, right? Or you're saying you can't even visualize it all. See, that's what I mean, though, is it's so complicated coming from like one person's perspective to another. Like, trying to understand that just is so, it's interesting to me. It really is. You make your vids with fart clouds? Wow. I can do all of that, plus I can do that with maps. I can picture maps in my head in various places I've been to in the past and navigate in my head. See, I'm really good at that too. Like, I can, if I've gone into a neighborhood, I can like visualize the path into the neighborhood to be able to get myself out, like backtrack out of it, even if it's like the first time I've been there. And then I can remember that later to, if I'm going back to that neighborhood, and like remember the way to get through. Obviously there is like a cap on it. I can't just do it infinitely, but it is interesting, like the different levels that different people's brains go to. And no level is better or worse than the other. It's all just our own perceptive minds. We're all special and unique. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that more people have the ability to do it. Like, I can do it. I can visualize in a lot of different ways. But ever since I learned that different, like, other people can't, I've really been trying to hone in on that. It weirds me out. I'm very jealous of your mind, Captain. Thank you. I'm jealous of my mind. No, see, what I did was, because one thing that I heard about recently, which I thought was interesting, is because I have a problem with meditation, though, because of this. I don't find it easy to meditate because there's constantly things going on in my head. Like, if it's not like me visualizing something, it's me just thinking about a lot of different things and having like a lot of trains of thought going. But what I've learned that helps me with meditation is I started doing what they call tulpamancy. And tulpamancy, I'm using like the idea of it to meditate, because the idea of tulpamancy is hilarious, where basically you create an alternative self in your mind that is like a split. It's supposed to be like a split consciousness, and so you can talk to yourself and get like a outward perspective. It sounds like you're basically forcing DID on yourself, but I use it because what helps me is visualizing a place in which I'm meditating. Like, even though I'm already in a place, but then being able to visualize a second space in my head kind of helps me calm myself, calm my mind. I'm very visual. I have a harder time remembering words. Yeah, exactly. I can't meditate because then I'm thinking about how I'm not supposed to be thinking about anything, and it's just a frustrating loop. Yeah, see, I always have an internal... I guess that's a question, too. Who in here has an internal monologue going all the time, an internal dialogue? Because I always have, like, this, introspect running 24/7. If I'm just sitting there, I'm thinking about something. Yeah, trying to think, being like, I don't think of anything, don't think. But what is thinking of nothing? But that's why it's like being able to visualize something gives me something to think about, but allows it to be more calming rather than having these thoughts that require more introspect. If I'm just imagining a place, then that is like it's a bit more calming, I guess. Yes, my brain is too loud. So true. Well, I've heard some people don't. Some people don't have internal monologues, and I think that's part of it too. I think different people just take in the world differently, and so it is really interesting. What is nothing? Even in my sleep, I have multiple dreams every night. It never ends. Yeah, I have a lot. I dream a lot too, which I find funny because people always say if you smoke a lot of weed, you don't have dreams. Never found that to be true. OMG. So true. What is nothing?
I don't know. He's just blurry. He's so.
just a lot-
And the theater was like pretty much sold out, so we were like in the front, right where the screen's like right above
So
you. You know.
fast.
Yeah, he's so fast, dude.
Holy shit, bro.
There are horror videos on like TikTok about Sonic killing you. I've seen those, and he always is too slow when he kills you.
What?
Why is everything about Sonic so
Yeah, can we not
weird?
talk? Why is everything come down to Sonic? Like, nobody even cares.
What the frick?
What the freak?
Love, you have one you wanted to share?
Wait,
Love
did
Bot?
Dan finish
No, I
the
didn't.
story?
I didn't
Dan-
even start
What
mine.
the hell? What happened? Why are we talking about Sonic?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Dan. Stand up, Dan.
Dan, stand up.
Shredder's looking. Do I need to get up?
Nice.
Go ahead. Appreciate that. Love that for you.
Weed takes my dreams, luckily, so now I have less nightmares. See, here's the funny thing. I actually haven't had a nightmare in a long time. I have a lot of dreams about dying, about like, instances of bad things happening, but I haven't had like a dream of true fear in a long time. And I can remember the last time I had a nightmare, it turned into a lucid dream because I was being chased by a monster in this building. And I'm being chased by a monster, and I go, I'm running, and I'm running, and I'm running. And I go, wait, this can't happen in real life. And I turn around, and I look at the monster, and I'm like, this is fake. This is all a dream. And I go, whoom, and I fly through the building. All the walls collapse, and I fly through the building, and I start flying over these hills, these rolling hills. And I'm like, this is awesome. I can do whatever I want. Oh, and I was a little kid at the time, so I go, oh, I want to drive a car. So then I'm driving a car through the sky like in a Harry Potter. Like I just I start driving a car while flying through the sky. And I since then have not had any like nightmares because I think my mind just went, oh, in your head, you control it. You control what's in your mind. Don't let your mind bitch you out. I have a powerful introspect. No, I genuinely think that it was literally... I don't know why that happened, but it was one of the funniest dreams I've ever had because I remember it so vividly going, wait, this can't happen. No, and then I just flew away. I can't sleep on my back or I have sleep paralysis. I had sleep paralysis once too. And I don't know what's wrong with me, honestly. I woke up, I had sleep paralysis, I woke up, and I looked at like my dresser and stuff and was looking at all this stuff and I was thinking like, try and remember this so I can tell if I'm really having sleep paralysis, see what this is. I didn't see any like Hat Man or anything like that, but I'm like, I want to remember the room so that way when I wake up, I know that I wasn't dreaming and that this was really me awake. But then after a second I go, man, this is stupid. I just went back to bed. And I just went back to sleep. I wasn't like afraid or anything. I was like, I can't move. What the hell? And I think that's because I had heard about sleep paralysis before then, so maybe I knew what it was and was like, what the hell? And then just went back to bed. My last lucid nightmare was my old roommate disemboweling me with their bare hands. I could feel it. It was awesome. It was awful. I used to have night terrors, but I haven't had one in a while. Probably is the weed. LOL. That is I have to say, getting disemboweled by a roommate in a dream, it would have me looking at them differently in my waking life. I'd go, you wouldn't do that, right, pal? Let's be real. You wouldn't actually do me like that, would you?
You love that phrase now.
Yeah, I know.
Love that for you. All right, so my story is also school related. It was in college, and it was when I went to film school, and in one of the...
Sorry, I'm going to rewind it. I have a recurring nightmare about being on a plane that I'm not supposed to be on. For some reason, that sounds like familiar to a dream that sounds similar to a dream that I've had before, but I can't put my finger on it. Being on a plane you're not supposed to be on is kind of a scary thought. Where am I going? What's happening? Help me.
All right, so my story is also school related. It was in college, and it was when I went to film school. And in one of the courses that I had, the way it kind of worked was like this. We basically shot an episode of a TV show, and it was like you worked on the crew, and it was kind of like this simulated experience where all of the department heads were like actual professionals that work in the industry. So like the director, the assistant director, the cinematographer, all of those people were like the teachers, and then you work for them like you would on a crew. And so I was in the production.
I had a nightmare about my dad and brother operating on my tummy when I was younger, and I woke up starting my first ever period. That's crazy. This is a fucking funny dream that I had the other night. It's so weird how like in our dreams we'll associate things from the living waking world. Because I had a dream the other day that I was talking to my cat on the ground, like I was laying down, and then when I got up there was like poop on the ground. I was like, oh dude, you pooped on the carpet? Oh, what the hell? And then when I woke up, he had pooped on the ground, and it's because his litter was too full, and I felt really bad. I had to clean it out. But I just thought about it like, man, in my dream I was smelling his poop in real life, and it made me have that dream about accidentally laying into his poop. The mind, it's a powerful thing.
Department and helping the assistant director, and I had kind of gotten into it with this guy because the time that I was in the class, the guy that normally was the director was on vacation or something, or sick leave or something. So the assistant director was filling in, and he was directing, which meant that he wasn't really paying as much attention to instructing me on what I was supposed to do. And one of my responsibilities was to make the call sheet. And so the call sheet, for anybody that's not familiar, is basically just a spreadsheet that has all the information, where to show up, what time to show up, when lunch is going to be, all that kind of stuff. And I didn't do it quite right.
My brother did that exact same thing. When I was little, I walked into the kitchen and pissed on the floor while my mom was pouring her morning coffee. My brother, I wasn't born yet, but my parents said my brother was a little kid, real little, under 5, I think, and he walks into the kitchen while they're just talking late at night. They're just talking in the kitchen, and he walks in there and just starts peeing on the floor, and they have to like scoop him up real quick and bring him into the restroom so he can keep peeing, and he's like asleep the whole time. And like, hey, at least he had the wherewithal to try and go to the bathroom. He just didn't know where it was.
Right. And he called me in the evening to like chew me out. And I didn't, what time to show up, when lunch is going to be, all that kind of stuff. And I didn't do it quite right. And he called me in the evening to like chew me out. And he was kind of a dick about it. And I kind of like stood up for myself. I was like, hey man, like you didn't really even explain how to do this. So I'm not sure why you're like calling me and yelling at me, because, you were too busy directing the show to tell me how you wanted it done. And he kind of calmed down. And he's like, okay, fair enough. So I had already had it out with this guy, right? So I believe it was the next day. They were shooting, and he was in the video village, and he was kind of like directing the episode or whatever. And while we were actually shooting, I didn't really have that many responsibilities, so I was just like standing around. Now this was in 2010, which was in the early era of smartphones, right? And I believe it was the first smartphone I ever had. It was like a Droid. Something or other, right? And in those anybody that had a smartphone in those early days probably remembers that they were, by today's comparison, kind of shitty. They were kind of buggy. They'd fuck up sometime. And the guy who was directing the episode that I had it out with, he was taking it really fucking seriously. And he was like hunched over, staring at the monitor. And the thing is, this is all just a simulation. Nobody's ever going to watch this. So I just like found it kind of goofy that he was taking it so seriously. And so my girlfriend at the time, she had been there for that whole conversation when I had it out with him. And I wanted to shoot a picture of him. Now, obviously, while you're recording,
when I sleepwalk, I end up just taking off my clothes and putting them in the sink, then leaving the sink on and going back to bed. When I was a kid, I sleptwalked and tried to pee in the garage. I have to hide my keys anytime I want to take my Ambien if my insomnia is bad because I found too many weird things and I'm not trying to mow someone over. Yeah, the reason I'm like afraid of sleepwalking, I haven't done it much in my life, but my dad told me one time, and I think I've told this on stream before, but I went to my parents' bedroom as like a teenager and was knocking on the door. My dad was like, "What are you doing? Your mom's sleeping. What are you doing?" And I was like, "I need to talk to mom. I need to talk to mom about the. I need to talk to mom." And he goes, "Are you sleepwalking?" And I was like, "No, I just need to talk to mom about the people who sleepwalk. I need to talk about the sleepwalk people." And then my dad was like, "Okay, let's go back to bed," and like starts walking me back to my room. And he said when I got into bed, I had a Roku TV and I had the Roku app on my phone. And he said I picked up my phone, and this was before there was the Face ID, so I used my code on my phone. Like I have a code on my phone that I use. And then I unlock it, go on the app, use the buttons on the app. So I can't see the screen, but I use the buttons on the app to turn off the TV. And I was like, my dad told me that, and I was like, that's terrifying. Because that means I could walk to the front door, unlock it, and just walk outside. Like, sleepwalking is very, gotta straitjacket yourself. Bolt yourself down for the night.
You shouldn't really be taking pictures, and especially you shouldn't have the flash on. That would be a really bad idea, right? So I, of course, turned off the flash before I snapped this little secret picture of him. Well, my phone, to this day, I don't know. It didn't register, and that flash went off, and his head snapped over and looked at me, and if you look in the Discord, Ethan, I just shared a picture with you.
You have the photo?
I still have the photo to this day.
Oh my God.
So if you want to put that on the screen real quick, this is the three heads of people snapping over and staring at me right before he stood up and started screaming his fucking head off. And what a fucking idiot. The guy closest. The guy closest.
Yeah, you can tell. He's ready to like punch you.
Oh my God.
He's like, you did not just.
Yeah. And so he basically just stopped everything and just chewed me out in front of the entire class, just everybody that was there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty
Did you
brutal.
have to explain why you were taking a photo?
I was just profusely apologetic, and it's just like, obviously because I had just the night before like had it out with this guy, and I like had kind of successfully defended myself from him. Like he kind of like was like, okay, you're right or whatever, but obviously he already kind of like had me on the shit list. And then here my goofy ass is standing there just like snapping a picture of him in secret while they're filming. The flash goes off, which like is visible on camera too, by the way. Like, so it kind of fucks up the shot. It's
You
just
see how shiny his shoe is.
I thought that was Greg Paul when I first saw this photo.
That's so funny that you have the photo.
Yeah, right. Because so I've held on to that.
Oh, when I lived in China, I walked out of my apartment and into an elevator and only a bra in my sleep. I was very lucky the door stayed open because it automatically locks. That is crazy. That's what I mean. Is it's like, well, like, what do you do at that point? Do you have to like, you gotta straitjacket yourself? I'm telling you. Might need to do it to myself. Really tie myself to the bed like this. One limb to each corner.
And I don't take pictures on set anymore. That like traumatized me forever. I just don't take pictures. Like,
when was this in your life?
It was in like 2009, 2010.
And what were you doing at the time?
I was in.
See, I don't know what it is. For some reason, people in media and in I guess it is just like creatives are always the people with the biggest sticks up their ass, I swear. And I think what it comes down to is it's the creatives that were never able to create what they wanted, so then they have to, have it out for everybody else to make sure nobody else succeeds too.
In school. This was in college.
This was college.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So That's stuck with me for years. Anytime I think
They're
about
all
it, just
looking
like,
at you.
Yeah.
Did it like it flashes before it takes a photo?
Yeah.
That's epic.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I started hanging a heavy boot on my front door handle, thinking it would drop and make a noise if it happened again. That's kind of a nice idea. Set up booby traps for yourself. Put a bucket of water over the door like those old, like you see in sitcoms. You go, "Whoa!" But now you're awake, so it doesn't matter. You go, "Thanks, bucket."
And you can see how shiny his shoe is if you're doubting it.
I haven't thrown up a poll. Are we going to start today? It's a Tuesday, you know. We're all thrown off a little bit. Here, let me throw up this poll.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Love that.
So yeah, I had thought of a few others, but then that just like hit me, and I dug through my old photos until I found that. I was like, I got to show the photo. So
look how he's all serious. He's all like got his thinking hand up.
That's what I'm saying is like I at the moment was finding him cringe because I'm like, what, like, dude, like, because again, this guy wasn't the normal director, so it was kind of like I had this idea that it's like, oh, this guy thinks like this is his big chance. He gets to pretend he's a director. You know what I mean? And so I was trying to like goof on him and take the picture.
Got fucking owned.
Yeah, I got fucking owned. I got fucking owned big time.
Man, that's great. Love, you got one you want to share? I have another one.
Yeah, I do have one, but I'm kind of arguing with myself if I should tell it. Because it's not. It's like just pure cringe, and there's no fun conversation on it.
Love
That's what we want.
All right. So it wasn't that long ago. It was 2 summers ago. Me and some friends went traveling in Europe by train, and we had everything booked out, every hotel booked, everything paid for. And like halfway in, we had like this big fight. The group like kind of split. And mind you, we all booked hotel rooms that were like houses, so we could live in a house.
What'd you guys fight about?
Just what we did. Like some people wanted to do that, and some people would want to like go around and check on like just I don't know, just basically how the trip was laid out and what we did in the cities.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so. Halfway in, we did like kind of just have this big argument, and I was with 3 people who kind of didn't like how we had planned, and then there was like 5 people who thought the other thing, and it ended up the 2 people who were on my side ended up going home. They left. They didn't, and I stayed because I had already paid for it, and I didn't want to like waste it, so I stayed with all these people who basically at this point hates me.
Oh my god!
And we traveled through Europe together, and I didn't want to like give up the money I spent, so I just went along with it, and it was terrible.
Oh no!
Well, hold on. How did you guys? I thought so. Wait, you guys parted. You wanted to part ways, but then you ended up going with them because you were by yourself, or what happened?
No, we couldn't part way because we had booked Airbnbs. So we had to live together. That's what was booked, and the whole trip was booked that we were going to, and we stopped in multiple cities.
You guys never made up during that whole time?
I mean, it was just we kind of did, but it was just awkward, and we still, yeah, it was just everything was super awkward. There's no fun in it, just awkwardness.
You guys got in a really vicious fight, I guess. And you were the boss.
Yeah.
You were the leader of the mutinous group.
2025. I mean, I don't know.
We've started.
Is your host?
Well, we were 2 minutes late today, but I guess that's kind of on time. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate everybody that stopped in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and other episodes that, you know, when they're off the normal schedule. But I'm also doing other streams. We'll see if I do one today, but I'm trying to get more streams in there, more aesthetic streams, different topics, all that type of stuff. I really do appreciate everybody that stopped in. Again, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, this is Cap and Quasar signing off.